as he's flying over the cliff, in midair, he manages to turn around and fire a gun
in slow motion.
And shoot out the bad guy's tires.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a terrible looking shot as well.
Yeah.
It's like really bad CGI, green screen or something. Like,
Yeah.
It just looks garbage.
But what a shot!
I know, right?
I mean, what?
I mean, in that situation, I would be more "fuck, I'm dying" than I need to turn around and shoot.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Wendy, I'm home.
I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!
Go and take your friends with you!
Carbon Day! Huh? No!
Get off my plane.
Remember selling the promise to kill you last?
That's what made you did!
I lied.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Movies to Drink 2. My name is Finn,
I'm Mr. Smith.
and in today's episode, we are taking a look at Ghostrider: Spirit of Vengeance from
Yes.
2011.
Yes.
Woohoo! Before we go on, don't forget like and subscribe.
Share.
Just-
Comment.
Just do it.
Yeah. Acknowledge us.
Love
Validate
us.
us.
Yes, give us money. Or help us get money one day. That'd be nice. Anyway, Ghostrider: Spirit of Vengeance, sequel to Ghostrider from 2007, which we've already done an episode on, which is on this channel,
Yes.
and you can go and watch that. We loved it.
Yeah, they thought they'd have another crack at it.
Yeah, why not?
Because I think we mentioned it before. Nick Cage decided that what was wrong with the first film was there wasn't enough Nick Cage.
Of course.
Because he did not play the Ghost Rider. He played Johnny Blaze, but a stuntman did Ghost Rider. So this time he was doing Ghost Rider as well.
Yes.
And you can tell.
Yeah, you wouldn't think you'd be able to tell.
You
but
really
you
can.
really can. So this time it's directed by Mark Neveldine and Brian Taylor.
Yes.
Who
Who
also
did
did-
Crank?
And Crank 2.
Yes.
And Crank 3. Now I'm Cranky.
Crank 4, Electric Crank-a-lank.
And Crankageddon.
Yeah. Crank in space.
Crankenstein. Anyway, it stars Nicolas Cage, Kieran Hines, Idris Elba, Violente. Am I saying that right? Yeah. Placido, Johnny Whitworth, Anthony Head, aka Giles from Buffy,
Yes.
Christopher Lambert from Highlander, and Vincent Reagan, who's actually been in loads of stuff. The plot of this beeth
Is Johnny Blaze, tortured by the Ghost Rider's curse, gets a chance of redemption through protecting the Devil's son, whose father is pursuing him.
right.
Yeah.
Pretty sure at the end of the last movie he was given the opportunity to have the curse lifted.
Yeah, literally, and he's like, no, I'm going to own this curse and do stuff with it. And then, like, minutes later, he's like, oh, I wish we could have a normal life with his girlfriend. She's like, you could have.
No, I can't do it. Now I've got to run away and have another movie where I'm all tortured and I need this curse lifted even though I just could have done 15 minutes ago. So anyway, our movie begins with some... what's Marvel Knights?
Marvel Knights is it's a comic, like a shoot-off of the comics, where they did darker stories, kind of. They did, like, Punisher stories and Ghost Rider, Blade, that sort of thing.
Oh, right. Because it comes up in the opening credits, Marvel Knights. I was like, I've not seen this before.
Yeah, I don't think... Because obviously I think this is still before MC... No. I can't remember, but but Ghost Rider hadn't gone back to Marvel at this point,
Right.
So
After this film.
Yeah, straight away. But yeah, so like I think Marvel Knights was an attempted like shoot off that never got anywhere.
Right, cool. Okay. So the film begins in Eastern Europe and it stays there.
Yeah,
Just Eastern Europe? Nowhere, just Eastern Europe.
Yeah, it's I can't remember it's like
Romania.
Estonia or somewhere.
Oh, I thought it was Romania.
It might
Anyway,
be. Yeah.
so there's some dude on a motorcycle, and he goes to Castle Dracula,
Yeah.
and he meets monks.
Yes.
And this is Idris Elba playing Benedict Moreau.
Moreau. Yeah.
Let's call him Idris Elba.
Yeah, with the worst French accent attempt. It's like he
not
doesn't. He's not really. He's kind of doing it, but not trying.
It's when he remembers he's supposed
Yeah.
to be French. Yeah. He's found the boy, he
Yes.
says, and everyone goes, "What?" But it's not safe there. But Anthony Head says Anthony Head's like a priest.
Yeah,
He's-
they've got the boy at this monastery thing.
Yeah.
And it's like a fortress.
Castle Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he says it is safe here, and we've got the full resources of the order are at our disposal.
Yeah.
I don't know what order.
No idea.
The church.
I guess so.
They love
The
keeping
Catholic
boys.
Church, yeah.
Definitely keep the boy here for the Catholic Church. Yeah. He's not going anywhere.
He's accompanied round the clock by various priests.
Yes. God. It is revealed that the devil himself wants the child, and the
Yeah.
only safe place is the sanctuary,
Yeah.
which.
But yeah, Moreau thinks he should go to the sanctuary.
Yeah.
But the order is like Anthony Head, who's definitely going to have a massive part in this film, is like, no, he's perfectly safe here. We're just going to hide him away because the time of the prophecy is nearly up, and then once it's done, it's doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's a prophecy happening, and
At some point,
at some point, but once that's happened, the boy will be safe.
allegedly.
Apparently so. This is all happening in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, if it goes past the time of the prophecy, he stops being the devil's son.
No, I don't know. Not really explained.
No.
Yeah, so this all happens really quickly.
Yes.
In the first couple of minutes, and then the army show up.
Yeah, literally.
Men with guns.
Anthony Head's like he's perfectly safe here. This conversation is finished. Explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then some sort of military SWAT team
Yeah.
turns up and starts shooting everyone.
And there's a woman who looks a model of some sort,
Nadia.
and she's got the boy, and she's escaping down the stairwell with him, and the army spot them, and she hides behind the boy. She's definitely holding him in front.
Yeah.
So not doing a great job of protecting him already.
But then Moreau tries to help them, and she runs away from him as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when you find out his name's Danny. The kid's name is Danny.
Oh, Danny boy.
Now, this is supposed to be Danny Ketch, which in the comics is the third Ghost Rider after Johnny Blaze. And in this is a wild step away from the character completely, because in the comics, I mean, he's a fully grown man. He's also, it turns out, the long lost brother of Johnny Blaze,
Right.
and stuff. But yeah, in this he's 10,
And the son of
and
Satan.
he's the son of Satan.
Yeah. And then a bad guy shows up who's a model. He's got the model hair. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm the bad guy of the movie. And he shoots Giles from Buffy.
He does, and
Anth-
that's his bit done.
Anthony Head is done.
I was like, he's definitely going to come back. He can't. It's Anthony Head.
Yeah.
Can't be dead yet. He is.
Yeah, he's
dead.
literally not.
Doesn't have
yeah.
anything to do in the film now.
No. Money well spent, that.
Yes.
The woman, Nadia, escapes in a car with the boy.
Yep.
Idris follows on a motorbike, as do the bad guys, and a car chase happens.
It does.
It's shit.
Yeah.
It's thoroughly unentertaining.
Yeah.
Idris Elba crashes his motorbike off of a cliff,
Yeah.
but luckily, as he's flying over the cliff, in midair, he manages to turn around and fire a gun
In slow motion.
and shoot out the bad guy's tires.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a terrible looking shot as well.
Yeah.
It's really bad CGI, green screen or something.
Yeah.
It just looks garbage.
But what a shot!
I know, right?
I mean, what?
I mean, in that situation, I would be more "fuck, I'm dying" than I need to turn around and shoot. I would not be that calm and collected in that situation at all. And more about me.
Yeah, as would everybody be.
Yeah.
But I'm about to die. Before I do, though,
Yeah.
I've got plenty of time to think about this. Now, where's that car? Let me just turn around in midair, which is totally a thing you can do, apparently.
Yeah.
And fire. Oh, wow. Just impressive.
Yeah.
So, this is our new superhero, right? He's got to have some kind of power.
Yeah. No.
No. He's just a
His
fucking...
power is bad French accents.
Yes.
That's about it.
Anyway, so that scene happens. Next, cue Nicolas Cage. And we get some voiceover for Nicolas Cage. And he
Yeah.
says, it doesn't matter how far you run, there are some demons you just can't escape. Oh, how profound.
My name is Johnny Blaze.
Yep.
And then we get a recap of the first movie, but it's not.
Yeah, so it kind of recounts the first movie, but it's not the first movie.
No,
'Cause
he recounts a version of Johnny Blaze's origin story that is not the first movie.
no, they don't use any footage from the first
Nope,
movie.
not at all. They changed the name of the devil. He's not Mephistopheles anymore. He's
Nope.
Rourke or Rayork, something.
Yeah.
But apparently he is Mephistopheles. It's the same guy, apparently, but he's just in a different guise.
It's not at all, though, is it?
No, not at all.
And yeah, even like they kind of change his origin a bit, slightly.
Well, completely. Yeah, the whole when he signs the deal and stuff, now he cuts his hand on a bottle and then
Yeah, there's all this over stylized shots, and it looks like
this
crap.
weird animation that keeps popping up through the movie.
Yeah, I don't know
There's
what.
so many weird creative choices in this film.
There's throughout this film, there's numerous times there'll be an action scene, and then suddenly the entire background will change to black.
Yeah.
So all of the green screen just goes completely black, and it's like they're fighting in
Blackout's powers, yeah.
Eleven's like who?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happens later on, but the bad guy,
That's his power.
where his power is like decaying things.
They didn't mention anything about that.
What Blackout? You know when he we're skipping.
Well,
loads.
yeah, I know.
But
We'll get to
it. We'll get to it, and I'll talk about it then. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's really sort of what is happening here.
Yeah, why does it look like that? Because
Yeah,
it's not
but
fucking
there's,
explained
like,
at
weird,
all.
Like
Animation bits. and-
Animation. There's like cuts and fades and everything else, and there's bits where they split the screen for weird reasons, like two people on the phone together, like they're next to each other.
It's
just
really messy.
visually fucked.
Yeah, it's horrible. Anyway, so like we said, recounts the events of the first film, but they've obviously not watched the first film or used any of the footage.
Even Nick Cage has forgotten he was in it.
And so basically, since the first film, in the first film, he signed the deal with the devil. Then all the stuff that happened with Eva Mendes and all that's all ignored.
Doesn't matter.
Yep. And then after that, he went on the run and for some reason went to Eastern Europe, but that's not explained.
No, it did.
No.
Well, literally, there's a throwaway line. Go, you're here thousands of miles away from your homeland, and that's it.
Yep.
That's all.
Yep. Anyway, Idris
Right away
arrives.
from Wes Bentley.
Idris arrives at Johnny's. He knows exactly where he lives and who he is.
Yeah, with no effort at all.
Yep. Johnny lives in a crack den.
He does.
It's disgusting. And Idris says, "You have to save the boy. That's the reason you're here in Europe, apparently." It's not. He's just saying that to get him to do it.
Yeah. Also, it's really cheap to film there.
Yeah. It's his destiny or some shit.
Yeah. Nonsense.
Yeah, he's just bullshitting him, isn't he? And but Idris says to him, like, "Bring us the boy and we'll lift your curse."
Yeah.
The curse, seeing as you didn't take the opportunity when you had
Yeah.
it at the end of the last
The
movie.
curse you're having so much trouble getting rid of that you could have easily
but didn't.
before. Awkward. now you've had second thoughts.
So the woman from earlier, the mother, this is late in some other part of Eastern Europe, she's now in a cafe
Yeah.
being chatted up by a Tory.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
A British person.
Yeah, an overweight British man with loads of money. He's a sex tourist and
Yeah.
definitely contributing to the Conservative Party.
Absolutely.
So he's scum. And the child, Danny, appears, who's American for some reason,
Yeah.
and he nicks the Tory's wallet.
Yes.
That's how they get the money.
grift him.
Why is he American?
I don't know. Because he's the devil's son?
The devil in this case is played by an Irishman.
Yes.
The mother
really
is
nice.
Romanian?
Romanian. And yeah, the kid's American. Doesn't matter. Idris Elba's not French.
That night there is a storm a brewing, and the bad guys, they found the boy and the woman, and another shit car chase happens.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Johnny decides to flame on.
Yes, it's all intercut between, like,
Yep.
yeah, because he's like, I try and keep the rider inside, but now I need him out, and he goes a bit all Nick Cagey.
Yeah. Carrigan, who is the evil model from earlier, he arrives and he goes to kill the woman, who is the boy's mother, if we didn't mention.
Turns out they have history.
Yes,
Together.
Carrigan and Nadja also banged at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because instantly that raises the question, oh, is he Danny's dad? So they get that out the way.
Yep.
Like, she's like, he's my son. He's like, well, he's not mine. And
Yeah.
Ah, handy to know.
So he's about to kill them, but Ghostrider arrives just in time,
Yes, he does.
covered in mud.
Is it mud? Well,
He
like,
looks like he's covered in mud.
I think it's supposed to be because the jacket is like burnt, like from his
Right.
like flame head or whatever. I have to say, I thought it looked pretty cool.
The mud.
No, the Ghost Rider. And
I
the
didn't like
bike.
it.
It's the only part in the film where I think it looks cool.
I preferred it in the first one, if I'm
Did
honest.
you?
Yeah.
See, in that particular shot, I was like, no, that's pretty good. But yeah, it becomes nonsense.
Yeah. So he shows up just in time, covered in mud. He starts doing weird head movements and posing. This is how you can tell it's Nicolas Cage. Just
Oh yeah, he does this.
he dabs
Yeah, it's just really fucking
for no
odd.
reason.
Yeah,
So what are you doing?
but yeah, like just these weird little movements. You're like, that's definitely Cage.
Even with no head
Yep.
and no fucking voice, you can still tell it's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, yeah. He kills a load of people with his chain.
He kills somebody with a penance stare, which is slightly
yeah.
different in this film.
Well, it's almost. I mean, it's a bit shit because nothing really happened. He just stares at him for like 4 hours.
It goes on for ages.
Yeah, and then he bursts into
Yeah, the
flames.
guy just combusts.
Yeah.
That's how the penance stare works in this, apparently.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was expecting something to come out the eyes, which is what it does in, or at least like eat his soul or something. But yeah, nothing. He just stares at him.
No.
Garbage.
And then Ghostrider gets grenaded
He
a couple of
does.
times, a couple of grenades to him, and the bad guys drive off with the kid.
Yes.
The next day, Johnny wakes up in hospital and he tries to flirt with the nurse.
Such a weird scene.
It's horrible.
Yeah, he literally wakes up and instantly hits on her. He's like, "Oh, when you walked in, I thought I was still dreaming." It's so awkward.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I was still dreaming. And she's just like,
It's because the police want to talk to you. He's like, "No!"
He steals some drugs
He does.
and he
Yep.
escapes the
Eats them
hospital.
all.
Yeah, the police look. The police know where he is.
Yeah.
Usually, when stuff like this happens, they wake up handcuffed to the hospital bed. Not in Romania.
No.
That's why Andrew Tate lives there. So he can just get away with shit.
Yeah.
So he steals a load of drugs from the drugs cabinet in his room, which is filled with like prescription bottles. And he leaves the hospital. Meanwhile, Carrigan, off somewhere else, he makes a call to the devil, who takes trains apparently.
Yeah, gets a train, has a mobile,
Yep.
all that sort of thing.
There's no appearing in flames in this film.
He's very much
the devil
just a
has
man
to
with a briefcase.
Yeah, he has to commute in this film.
Yeah. He's well pissed off. It's a weird take.
The devil speaks to the boy on the phone. He's like, put the boy on the phone.
Yeah.
This is Kieran Hines, by the way. He's a good actor.
Great
playing
actor.
the devil. Not in this, but
No.
so he puts the boy on the phone, and over the phone, he says he updates the boy's software.
Yeah, basically he says, think of him as a computer.
Yeah.
I've just like given him a bit of an update.
Basically, I've put a spell on him over the phone.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and it
Absolutely
looks
stupid.
as ridiculous.
It's it feels like a last minute addition. They're like, because of it, they're saying that because they've established that Ghost Rider can track Danny
somehow.
Like
That's not explained.
and now they're like, oh, if I do a bit of whispering, you can't anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's now put a spell on him over the phone so that Ghost Rider cannot track Danny, but he does mention that Ghost Rider can still track his kidnappers.
Yes.
So what's the point?
It doesn't make any fucking sense at all. It's literally. Yeah.
I can't track him,
yeah.
but I can track who's with him.
Yeah.
Back at the hospital, the boy's mother pulls a gun on Johnny because she figures out he's somehow involved.
Yeah, there's a weird bit when he comes out of the hospital, because I was thinking at least his hair looks better in this one, and then he walks out the hospital and he looks like an eagle sat on his head. I was like, take it back. It looks ridiculous. But yeah, so yeah, he follows her out the hospital and she
Pulls a gun on him. It's like, who the fuck are you? Blah, blah. They have a terrible scene together, and now she trusts him.
Yeah, that's it. Where you've got that old trope where she pulls the gun on him. He's like, do it! And puts the gun to his head. Just do it! Like the most original scene in the world. And now they're friends.
Yeah. And she goes, you tracked him before. Can you track him again? It's like, funny you should ask.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
No.
Because of what happened 2 minutes ago.
Some whispering happened. Yeah. There was an update.
I forgot to update my settings.
Yeah, one of those unnecessary Microsoft Windows updates happened, and now I can't track him. But I can track everybody else in the world, so...
Somehow. It's not an ability I was aware I had. Didn't have it in the last movie, but I do now. Mm-hmm. Great. Anyway, Danny's mother, Nadia, she has found a truck from somewhere, and loaded Johnny's bike on the back.
Yes.
His bike that wasn't seized by the police
No,
after that incident.
it was just hanging around.
If I know anything from GTA, when you end up in a hospital after breaking the law, they do definitely impound your vehicle.
Yeah, and you have to go and get it.
Yeah, you either steal it or pay $200. But no, he's got it, and it's put on the back of a truck.
They can't. I mean, it can't just not be a scene like where I had to go and get it from the impound, because surely they'll be like, don't the police want to talk to you?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just hanging around somewhere. But yeah, they have a weird conversation to establish who Nadia is.
Johnny's knocking back drugs as well the whole time.
Doing like and going a bit twitchy and shit.
This is also a new thing.
Yeah.
He was not addicted to drugs. He didn't even drink in the last film.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, he just ate jelly babies.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
now he's doing like God knows what. It's like, what's this soda? It's in Romania and I'll take it anyway.
Laxatives.
Yeah.
That's why he's all twitchy and sweating, just trying to keep everything in.
Oh God!
I've made a mistake.
Pull over! Jesus Christ.
But, explains that Nadia, her whole deal thing was she was dying. Like
Yes.
she was blown up or something. And then Rourke turned up and he was like, I could save you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to bang you. Put
Yeah.
a baby in there.
So basically, she had the same opportunity as Johnny, do a deal with the devil.
Yep.
But in this case, instead of the devil taking her soul, he wanted to bang her.
Yeah. See, now, at first, I thought it was like some sort of immaculate conception sort of thing.
Yeah.
But apparently not, because
No.
they do use... somebody suggests that there was a night of conception.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that happened.
That happened.
That
The
happened,
devil
so,
banged her. Hence Danny, son of the devil.
Yes. We
Anyway,
get
they're off to meet a
weird
guy.
animation again,
Oh, yes. This
talking
film-
about the devil.
Is
and
this
it's-
where you see different incarnations of Satan throughout history?
Yeah, and it's like
Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler,
Stalin,
and
Jerry
Jerry
Springer.
Springer.
Don't get what that's about.
No, it's just a weird dig at Springer,
Yeah.
I guess.
Kind of seems a bit unnecessary. And he says the devil, but the idea is the devil is weak when he's on Earth,
Yes.
which he wasn't before, but he is now, like in the previous film. So he uses people to help him using one of his power. Said his power is the power of the deal,
Yeah.
which feels like a bit of a dig at Trump.
Yeah, doesn't it? That's what I was thinking. Isn't that the name of his book?
His book was called The Art of the Deal.
The Art of the Deal. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah, the power of the deal is so the devil's dealer.
Yeah. So anyway, they're off to meet some guy who knows where to find Carrigan because he's done
Yeah,
deals
he's
with him.
worked for him or something.
Yes.
Does his dirty work.
That's it. Meanwhile, the kid with Carrigan, he crashes the car and he escapes.
Yeah.
And Carrigan, the car flips and it's on fire and the kid runs away and they're getting out of the car and Carrigan leaves the fat guy in there to die
Yes.
because he's too fat to get out of the car.
Apparently
The
so,
window.
Yeah.
So
He body shames him. His last moments are spent being body shamed.
Yeah,
I
it's
told
like-
you not to eat all those Twinkies.
Yeah.
That's it.
because Twinkies are so big in Romania.
Yeah. Yeah. They do play a part in this film. as
They
well.
do, yeah, it's bizarre. The kid breaks his ankle whilst running away,
Yeah.
and Carrigan catches him, and then they steal a Swedish Scooby-Doo van.
Yeah, there's this, I assume, Romanian couple standing there, and he keeps going, "What happened?" And his girlfriend just is laughing nonsensically at nothing.
Because they're such stoners,
Yeah.
man.
So she's just laughing manically, and he's like, "What happened? What happened?" And he's like, "Is that your van?" It's like, "Run."
No, he says, does it run?
No, yeah, but I was just thinking,
Oh,
the
right.
minute he's asked that, run.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, they die, I assume.
Off camera.
Off camera.
Okay, or at the very least, they have their Scooby-Doo van stolen.
Yes.
So now they're making their way to wherever in a Scooby-Doo van. Back with Nick and the mother, Nadia. Nick gives a "you wouldn't like me when I'm angry" speech.
Yeah.
He does this whole thing where he says, like, when I'm Ghostrider, I'm not conscious of anything.
Yeah.
And I'll probably kill you.
Yeah,
which was
he's basically-
definitely
yeah.
not a thing
He'll
that happened.
see you as the same as them,
Yeah.
the bad guys and stuff. Which sounds like, I mean, that's a deal breaker for me. I'd just be like, do you know what? I'll drop you off here.
Yeah.
And, find somebody else.
But this was also not a thing in the previous film.
No, he had some level of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he doesn't, apparently.
Okay. Anyway, they arrive at some club and they find Carrigan's mate and they go to interrogate him. Johnny is tweaking out. He's trying to hold back the rider, probably trying to hold back all the shits as well from the
love this, yeah.
the laxatives. He's scraping at the door, is what he says.
That's it, yeah. I wrote it down. He's scraping at the door.
I'm turtle-headed.
Yeah, it's coming out.
He's going nuts. This is so crazy. And they find out from the guy that the kid has been taken to the Quarry.
Yeah, this is like obviously where all good bad guys go at some point in films like
Is a
Vaudeville,
quarry.
Barbed Wire.
Yeah, a
like,
quarry.
A quarry, because, they're easy to find,
Yeah.
easy to film in.
And it's always like, the Quarry. It's literally just a quarry.
It's just a quarry,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then Johnny rides off, being completely mental on his motorbike,
Yeah.
tweaking out, really trying to hold that
Yeah.
dumb in. You notice actually you don't see him take any more drugs throughout the rest of the film because
Yeah,
he learned.
you realise that this was a mistake.
Yeah. So he rides off. He's being all mental. Anyway, over at the Quarry, which, as I said, it's literally just a quarry. There's an arm still going down.
The Scottish-Russian arms dealer.
Yeah, this is
He's-
Regan,
Yes, he's Scottish and Russian.
of course. his accent just
Yeah,
flips.
the accent just flips from one to the other. Accents are not a strong point of this movie at all.
Yeah, there's an arm still going down. The mother arrives somehow. They've got there very quickly.
Yes,
Yes.
very quickly.
And she frees Danny. She kills one of Carrigan's goons. And then Johnny, as Ghost Rider, arrives. He gets blown up by a javelin rocket.
Yes.
These are in the news a lot at the moment, obviously because of Ukraine.
Yeah.
They don't really target, I think, individual humans. Tanks, yes.
It's like a heat-seeking.
Yeah, like a
add-on.
tank. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he gets blown up by a javelin, but he's fine. So he starts killing everyone.
Yeah, even though he was kind of put in hospital by a much smaller gun earlier, this
Yes.
one does fuck all,
Yes.
basically.
But then, amongst all of the massacring, where he's killing everyone, someone drops a flash grenade, which goes off.
Yeah, that...
This causes Ghost Rider to levitate and spin in the air.
It's so weird.
Why?
Yeah, like, doesn't make any fucking sense.
Why is
It's
this
just
happening?
a weird shot.
He's just
like
there
something
on
out of
his-
The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Like,
He's just there on his back,
yeah.
just spinning around quite slowly, then a bit quicker, then slow.
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
And I don't know. Nobody in that film knows. It is literally like they've just discovered special effects. And they're like, what can we fucking do? That looks really cool. Like, it's just fucking insane.
Yeah. Why is it happening? Because a flash grenade went off.
Yeah, but
What?
why? Doesn't matter why.
Fucking
It
hell.
looks good. It doesn't.
It doesn't. It looks weird and awkward and just, why?
There's a bit in this just before that as well where a guy literally empties an Uzi into Ghost Rider's mouth and then
Yeah.
he vomits the bullets back at him.
Yeah. And then Ghost Rider takes another javelin, this time directly to the chest. More people shoot at him. Then he gets into a big mining digger machine thing.
Oh yeah, turns it into the Digger of Vengeance.
Yes. So he, like how his motorbike's on fire.
Yeah.
He does that with like a digger the size of a building. These things are fucking huge. And so with his flaming mining machine, just destroys everything.
It feels a bit like a Transformers movie at that point.
Yeah.
Like there's so much going on. Like what's happening now? But yeah, it kills
Yeah, it's
everybody
not.
with it.
You can't really see what's. It's not too
Yeah,
clear.
it's a bit of a mess. It's a cool idea, but yeah, the execution of it,
Not great.
no.
Ghost Rider gets hold of Carrigan, but he lets him go because he can sense the boy again now.
Yeah. So he chooses to go after Danny instead rather than killing Carrigan. Well, we think he doesn't kill him.
I think Carrigan is eventually crushed by something else
Yeah, big
later.
rock.
Yeah, but he can now sense. He can track the boy again now
Well, I guess so. Yeah.
for some reason.
the update didn't work.
Or he had an update himself.
Maybe.
It took him longer to download.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because he's an older model.
Not again, not explained.
Yeah.
No idea what's going on.
The laxatives have worn off now. He's a bit more clear-headed.
And then he uses the penance stare on the mum.
Yes.
But he stops because Danny says so.
Yeah.
And
Danny
he turns
literally
back
tells-
into
yeah,
Johnny.
Danny somehow makes him turn back into Johnny.
Because
And
he's
he goes,
got devil power.
and then Johnny looks up and goes, "That's a thing that happened."
Yes, it is, Nick.
It is, yes.
Like
Thanks.
this entire movie.
Cheers, Nick.
The next day, at some point or whatever, they're at a roadside cafe.
There's a really awkward bit right at the beginning of this. Johnny sees like this dad ruffle his kid's hair, like on another table. So he sits down and ruffles Danny's hair, or
Yeah,
like,
he-
puts his hand on his face.
He touches Danny's hair,
It's really awkward.
and then he's like, What are you doing that for?
Exactly.
As
What's
you
what
would.
I was like.
Yeah, because this is just a strange man.
Yeah,
and he's
don't
like,
touch the
oh,
kid."
there was a bee there.
Yeah, there's a yeah.
The bees! Oh, the bees! Oh. It's like, there was a bee there. It's like, no, there wasn't. There was
Yeah,
no
you
bee
just
there.
unnecessarily touched a kid.
See, I didn't spot, because I think I was writing something down. I didn't see what you just mentioned.
Yeah,
where
that's why he does
se-
it.
Right, I just thought he did it.
No,
which
which
was,
is
so for
even
me, it was
weirder.
even weirder. He's
But-
just touching a boy.
Why do you think I don't walk past parents with their kids and think, I should do that to some kid?
That isn't mine.
Yeah. You don't, do you?
Just go up and grab a toddler by the ankles and go, hey! Start swinging him around.
There's got to be better ways to try and establish some sort of connection between these two other than just random,
Touching.
like, uninvited touching.
He's been hanging around with the priest too much.
Exactly. The order.
Yeah, the order. How do you get boys to trust you? Touch them. Never fails. Christ.
Touch them and ensure they don't tell anyone.
You know?
Threaten them with hell.
Yeah, basically. Anyway.
Jesus. Yeah, and then he mentions that Danny's ankle's healed, and then he drinks a jug of water,
Yeah, which is
you
just...
know, because he's got a fire head.
Yeah, but why? At least put it in a glass.
Yeah.
Other
Straight
people
out
have got
the
to
jug.
use that jug.
Yeah.
The plan is to get Danny to someplace safe for a few days until after this prophecy thing happens, which
They
we
need to
kind of
find
knew
Moreau.
anyway. Yes. Over at the quarry, the next day, everything's fucked. The police and the paramedics are all there. And the devil arrives. And Carrigan is still alive under a rock
Yes.
until he isn't.
Well, yeah, then the devil says, like, oh,
Italy-
you've got work to do. And he goes, well, tough shit, I'm dead.
Yeah, and he
And
dies. But the devil's not having any of that. So he brings him back as one of the Morlocks from H.G. Wells' The Time Machine.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And
The
he
level of makeup is the same.
yeah, and I love that film.
Yeah, it's a great film.
And he now has the power to make things mouldy.
Yeah, he is now Blackout, although I don't think that name's ever mentioned.
No, which
but
is why when you said earlier, I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck are you on
the
about?"
character he is called Blackout.
Right.
Blackout can do these, like, make these things, like, he's like he's a demon, basically.
Right.
But he's like an old Ghost Rider villain. But yeah, this is now, he has that thing where he uses his power and everything goes black in the background for some reason, which is really confusing and unnecessary.
Okay. So that what? Okay.
I suppose, yeah, that's to establish that his name's Blackout. I don't know. But yeah,
I mean,
every
if they had said his name was Blackout, that might make sense, or
Yeah,
just
but they don't.
explained
yeah,
any of that. Okay.
but yeah, and then he kills a fucking paramedic
Yeah.
of all people to kill, so he can steal his ambulance.
Yeah, and drives away in the ambulance. Oh, the devil now is Pink Eye, by the way.
Oh yeah, the stress of bringing him back to life has
Turning
given
him into a
pink eye,
Morlock.
and, yeah, he's had a bit of a stroke.
Then we have the mum, Nicolas Cage, and the boy on the truck.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it's-
Johnny is fixing his bike while the truck is moving.
Yes. It seems really unsafe. Like,
Completely unnecessary.
hand me that wrench. It bounces off. The toolbox just slides. They go around a corner and all his tools just slide off the edge.
How
Fuck.
slow must they be driving for them to be able to do that? Look,
It's a totally stupid scene where and Danny asks, "What it's like to pee? If you need to pee."
he says, like, that thing you did with the machine, like, what's that about? And he goes, well, it just kind of happens, like, and he goes, will it happen if you got a taxi? Which is a valid question.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he goes, well, what's it look like if you take a piss? So now we get to see Ghost Rider having a piss, and
Yeah.
it's like a flamethrower.
But he says, he goes, "Well, what's it like when you pee?" "Oh, it's like a flamethrower."
Yeah,
But okay, that's enough.
Yeah,
We don't need to see it.
and we do.
But
And
no.
we see it again later for no
Yeah.
reason. Like,
It's like, oh, Ghost Rider having a fire piss.
yeah.
Was this fucking made by 10-year-olds?
And again, I reckon Cage had some input there. I reckon it was probably written where he just says it's like a flamethrower, and Cage was like, do you know what would be really cool?
We actually
Show it.
we actually shoot Ghost Rider
Having a piss.
having a pee.
Yeah, a
Brilliant.
fire piss. Yeah,
Anyway.
it's wildly unnecessary.
Idris Elba, he joins them, and then there's like he shows up alongside on his motorbike.
Yeah.
And then there's some pointless stunts that they do on their bikes on a totally empty road.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that happens.
and also you've got it cut with scenes of Carrigan as the Morlock now trying to eat a sandwich.
Yeah, everything he picks up
Turns mouldy.
decays and dies, like an apple, a sandwich, and stuff. He is driving though. Like
Yeah.
the steering wheel does not.
Well, yeah, it seems everything that is kind of organic.
Yeah,
At this point,
at
it
this
seems
point, yeah.
like everything that he touches,
The
it's
rules
organic.
do change.
Mold. So yeah, picks up a sandwich, it falls apart. But then he picks up a Twinkie,
Yep, which
wrapped
is
in
fine.
plastic.
Yep.
Obviously, the plastic's fine, and well, obviously, Twinkies have notoriously long shelf lives because there's
Yeah.
so much preservatives in them.
They're not made of food.
Yeah, so basically, for the rest of his existence, he can only eat Twinkies.
Yes.
I'd just shoot me there.
Yeah. The first time I went to the States, I was like, I need to have a Twinkie because I need to know what they're like, and they are disgusting.
Horrible. It's like when I had grits
Yeah.
when I went to the States. I got to try grits.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So one Twinkie made me feel violently sick.
Mountain Dew as well.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Disgusting.
Yeah. But even Americans think Mountain Dew's disgusting.
That's okay then.
yeah, but it
Twinkie.
still sells everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, the gang, they arrive at some place that looks like it's on Tatooine.
Yes,
And
it is a Star
Johnny
Wars
is
village.
skeptical that the monks there can cure him because they don't even have shoes.
Yeah, these guys are going to lift my curse. Don't even have shoes because shoes are a necessary requirement for all curse lifting.
Yes.
Yeah, first thing in the book.
Must wear shoes.
Yeah.
When performing anything like an exorcism or an anti-exorcism or performing any kind of religious ceremony, you must have shoes on.
Yes, it's like health and safety.
Yeah, it says it all over the Bible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Christopher Lambert is there.
He is. He with tattoos all over his face.
Yeah, he's bald with tattoos all over his face. It's just like writing
Yeah.
all over the place. And then Danny's kind of a dick to
Well,
Johnny.
When
Because
Christopher
they're
Lambert-
father and son now, basically.
basically, yeah.
That one or two bonding scenes.
Yeah.
And when they take Danny has to go one way. They got to take Johnny another way to
Yeah, 'cause
get his
they're gonna
curse
lift
lifted.
his curse.
And Danny's like, well, why can't he come with us? He's like, listen to me, son. I might kill you. This is for the best. And Danny goes, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. There's a bit as well when Christopher Lambert first comes out where Nick Cage nearly snaps his own fucking head off backwards. So he goes, "Stop!" It's really weird.
So Idris Elba heads to the wine cellar with Johnny to get boozy.
Yes,
And
have a bit of a chat.
we should point out, Idris Elba's character is a massive alcoholic in this film.
He loves drinking,
Drinking pretty much in every scene.
and drinking is bad.
Yes. So he goes off the wine cellar to get a bit boozy, and he tells him the story of the spirit of justice who became the spirit of vengeance.
Yeah, Zarathos.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Zarathos was an angel, the spirit of justice, who was tricked into going to hell and was corrupted and driven insane. And then it went from the spirit of spirit of justice to the spirit of. But it's the way Idris Elba says it. He says the spirit of vengeance.
Vengeance! The spirit of vengeance! Uh-huh.
Uncut jams. Spirit of vengeance.
Spirit of vengeance. So this is a spirit. We don't really meet or... No, I don't really...
No,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
They don't. In the comics, the spirit is much more vocal than he is in these films. It doesn't really say anything. In these
So he's
films.
literally like a ghost?
Yeah, basically, he's like a demon
Right.
that
we don't...
possesses Johnny Blaze and like turns him into Ghost Rider. So when he's Ghost Rider,
I thought the devil turned him
Zarathos.
into go.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It
It's
shouldn't
such
be
a
this
mess in these
confusing.
films. It's not in the comics. In the comics, it's fairly straightforward.
Right.
In these films, it's different. That's the only problem. So now they're trying to like make it sort of more close to the comics, but it's already a mess. So it doesn't matter.
Anyway, Johnny tells Idris that he didn't do his deal with the devil for his dad. He did it for himself because he wanted his dad to live, even though his dad had already
his dad-
accepted and was ready to die.
His dad was ready to die.
Yeah.
So we're definitely not doing the first movie then.
No.
Because that's not what happened.
But his dad dies anyway, like a day later, so it wasn't
Yeah.
that.
But at no point in the first film is his dad like, I'm ready to go, son.
Yeah.
Like-
His yeah,
yeah.
it's not at all.
No. He's like well chuffed when he's not dead the next day.
Yeah.
Until
then he
he is
dies.
dead.
Anyway, Johnny heads off into a cave or something, and he starts Nick Caging on the floor, and a bunch of weird stuff happens.
This is, yeah.
This is more Blackout screen, but it's not to do with Blackout the Morlock from earlier.
No. It's
Oof.
it's more spinning around and
The bees hurt.
And chains coming out of Ghost Rider's mouth, and it's just
Weird.
fucking stupid.
But then he wakes up in the cave
Yeah.
sometime later, and he's cured.
yes,
He's no longer the spirit of vengeance.
the vengeance. And he's like, "Hey, everyone! Hey, hey!" And there's nobody about. Like
Yeah.
everyone's disappeared. He's like,
"Guys!"
"Come see me! Yeah, look how good I am."
Yeah, I'm no longer the spirit of vengeance.
Vengeance. I'm just Johnny Blas.
Johnny Bars! Stunt motorcyclist! Would you like me to form a truck? It turns out, though, and would you have guessed this?
Oh, I could not. see this
Christopher
coming.
Lambert and his boys have decided they're going to kill Danny.
Ah,
Didn't see that coming at all.
twist.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, is the logical and obvious thing to do.
Oh, absolutely.
He's the son of the devil, just kill him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should have happened at the beginning of the film.
Yep. But the Morlock shows up with more stupid black screen killing
Yeah.
everyone. He kills everyone.
Decays everyone.
Makes them
So,
mouldy.
yeah, turns him into Pompeii
Yeah.
statues.
Yep. And then he takes the boy.
Yeah. And this is where his powers changed because Christopher Lambert goes to smash him with a sword or something and he decays the sword. So now he can decay metal things and shit.
Yeah. Whereas earlier he can drive. He can sit in a vehicle and drive it.
Yeah.
And hold the steering wheel.
Yeah.
But if he touches the sword, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know.
Don't know. Later that day, Idris, Johnny, and the mother. Idris explains the prophecy. The prophecy is basically the devil is taking over the body of Danny the boy.
Yes. Because his body's can't cope with the power.
Yeah, so he wants a new body, and also his body is part devil anyway because he's son, so it'll be better for him.
Yeah.
Right. Johnny decides he wants to go and save Danny, despite the fact he has
doesn't
no
have any
power.
powers.
So Ghost Rider's done now for this film, basically.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
got
he's
no
got-
powers, but
It's
let's
just Nick Cage.
let's
now.
go anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go and fight the devil
Yeah.
with
No powers.
guns.
Guns, yeah. Basically. Yeah, Idris shows them to the
The
gun.
priest's gun chamber.
Yeah, but they've just got all the fucking guns.
Yeah.
The Morlock arrives with Danny at some other monastery, but an evil one.
Yeah.
Someplace, where the devil is.
Yeah, it's like the Alamo or something.
Yeah. And they're back with the devil is talking to Danny. We get another shot of Ghost Rider pissing fire.
Yeah, unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he's trying to
He
explain.
mentions the flamethrower.
Yeah, he says think of me as a flamethrower, and he goes
Because he starts thinking about Johnny pissing
Yeah.
like a flamethrower, and we need to see it again apparently.
Yeah, because it was such a good shot.
Oh yeah, it was so great.
So
The
necessary the
directors
first
are
time.
there like giggling at each other. This is good. Fucking grow up. Honestly, 10-year-olds. So yeah, Johnny, Idris, and the mum, they arrive somehow at this new evil monastery.
Yeah.
They knew where it was, I guess. I didn't ask, not bothered at this point.
No.
Nope. And the ritual has begun.
Yeah, apparently loads of people are turning up, so loads of randoms. And they're like, who are they? And politicians, murderers, that kind of thing.
Businessmen.
Businessmen.
The
yeah.
1% of the 1%,
Yeah.
basically.
There's not many of them either.
No, there isn't really.
No, there's literally
Less
about
than 100.
Yeah, well, not even that. There's probably about 20 of them.
Yeah.
I think all in this
They
thing.
will arrive in their regular get-up, and then when they're inside, they've all got the
robes on,
yeah. Did you bring a robe? Oh, I forgot. It's all right. We've got spares.
It's like
There's one that doesn't fit in his arm. There's one that's too big. He's just like cousin it.
can't
or something.
see anything. It's like
What's going on?
yeah, it's like a shit version of that scene at the very end of Rise of Skywalker, where the Emperor and all his Sith buddies, even though there's
Yeah.
only supposed to be two. But yeah, it's like that, but much smaller.
Yeah, it's a wee gathering.
Yeah, literally.
Basically.
All of the politicians in the world, all 9.
And also all of the mercenaries and the army, the goons that are helping the devil, all have their faces covered.
Yeah,
for some
ninja
reason.
soldiers.
Why? No one
know.
gives a you work for the devil. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
who you are. Anyway, the ritual has begun. Johnny and the mother, we go in and the action though, Johnny and the mother need to have a bit of a shit scene together
Yes.
before the action. Nadia says, that's it. Nadia says, I've done a lot of bad things in my life.
Yeah.
But the one good thing I have done is Danny. Danny is the son of the devil.
Yeah. Yeah, it was onto a loser from the start.
Yeah.
Like, how did you not expect any of this to happen?
And also, we're sat there waiting for the action to begin, and this is what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah,
up, woman.
Supposed to again, I was like, please, like, because there's no romantic connection between these two at all.
No.
Like, and I was like, oh no, don't force one in now.
Yeah.
But then Johnny ruins it anyway, because she's like, yeah, Danny's the one good thing I've done with my life. And he's like, that being said, we'd better make sure he doesn't turn out to be the Antichrist. Yeah.
So, oh yeah, now that you've mentioned him, we better actually go do the thing we came for. Yep.
Yeah.
So the mum snipes. She's also crack shot, by the way.
Oh yeah, she's a great sniper.
Great sniper. She shoots a few people whilst Idris and Johnny sneaky their way in there, and they have some wine once they arrive because they're a bit, we've earned it.
Yep.
We've killed 3 people and we've made it 400 yards.
Yeah.
Best
Woo,
have some
break
wine.
time.
Yep.
Sandwich.
Idris starts shooting the fuck out of everyone. He gets in there and just starts killing all the fucking ooh-ees in their oversized robes. I mean, he has got an advantage. They can't see shit.
Yeah. What's happening? What's all the noise?
Don't take your hood off. But oh my God! And Johnny walks up and he punches the devil and knocks him out.
Yeah.
Remember, Johnny has no powers at this point, but he's just
one
punch.
normal man.
He's one punch the devil.
Yeah.
He's fucking out cold on
devil's
the floor.
Crap.
He really is.
Rubbish.
So that's all going on. But then the mouldy Morlock shows up and he kills Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He starts to decay.
He goes
and
all the
stuff.
dark background and shit. But it's probably the best bit of the film. His very last out for strength, as he's moulding away, Idris Elba uses his last moment to headbutt the Morlock.
Yeah.
Just disintegrating his own head as he does it.
His head just bursts.
Yeah.
The blackouts look like...
Yeah. He's got bits of him in his mouth. He's like, ugh. It's actually my favourite bit of the fucking film.
Yeah, it's good. I did, give a little cheer for that bit.
Then the Morlock starts moulding up Johnny. But it doesn't appear to be working
Yeah.
for reasons that aren't explained at this point, or ever,
that's it,
actually.
Yeah, while he's sort of doing it. Yeah, because he's got hold of his head, but nothing's really
There's
happening.
like some mould comes along, but then it disappears
that's it.
again.
Yeah, he starts doing that, and there's then Danny has a bit of a stroll up.
Well, yeah, at this point, Danny realizes that he has the same powers as the devil, because the devil did say earlier, we're kind of the same father and son.
So yeah, I've got the same powers as you, right?
So he instantly realizes how to use them.
Yeah, with no training.
No training montage. Just, I can do that too. Cool. So he turns Johnny back into Ghost Rider.
Yeah, he leaps onto Johnny and vomits the Ghost Rider back into Johnny.
Yeah, through fire.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So he's Ghost Rider again. He's back.
Yeah. And all the ones that Moreau didn't shoot just now, who are still standing around, like, unwisely, some might say, he just gets out, like, his big chain thing, kills all them.
Yeah.
One go. They're all dead.
So they're all killed. The devil escapes with Danny somehow. Just snuck out the back.
Just ran away.
And Johnny is Ghost Rider again, like we said. But the sun has come up. It's now morning. Now, if you remember the last film, his powers don't work in the daylight.
Yeah, not now.
That doesn't matter now.
No.
So he goes off, and now we have a daylight car chase with Ghost Rider, which looks weird.
It is odd.
Jarring.
It's a weird fucking car chase and stuff, and then there's a bit of like a fight. He jumps onto the truck.
The Morlock jumps onto the truck.
That's it, yeah.
And
he goes for Nadia.
He can mould away the windscreen.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, plot armor.
Surely, like, the whole bonnet would be moulding away.
Everything he touches should be moulding away. I don't know. Maybe he's got some level of control of it. Like, where he's just like, I won't mould this. But it doesn't know. Because that just
he doesn't,
make any
because
sense.
at the beginning, he can't control it because he can't eat a sandwich, can he?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, fuck knows.
Don't know.
We're thinking about it more than the people who made this film did.
But yeah, so he jumps on the thing. So Ghost Rider chains him back, and they have a fight. And then they have a fight on the bonnet of Nadia's car.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, they have a fight. There's more blackout background and crap, more horrible edits and cuts.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider uses the penance stare on him.
Yeah, because
eventually
Blackout
gets
turns
him.
around and says, I was never scared, I was never afraid of you. Which is a lie, because he was terrified at the beginning of the film.
Yes.
So, and that pisses Ghost Rider off enough for him to penance stare him to death.
Ghost Rider crashes the devil's car, and it sends it flying, and it smashes, and it's upside down. And then he sends the devil back to hell by throwing him at the ground.
Yes.
No,
With his chain. Swings him around.
there's no, like, incantation or spell.
nothing.
It's just, off you fuck.
Yeah, get down.
Yeah.
Get down.
It's like, doesn't he rock bottom someone at some point? I
Yeah.
swear he does a rock bottom on somebody at some point in the film. So the devil's gone. Unfortunately, though, Danny is dead from the
Apparently
car
so,
crash,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Nadia's holding her dead son. But I mean, it's for the best. He is the son of the devil.
Yeah.
But Johnny,
Probably going to save problems down the road.
yeah. But Johnny has realised he can use angel power.
Well, now he can feel the angel because there's a point because he says to Moreau earlier on, it goes, oh, so there is an angel like in there, and he goes, can you feel the angel? He's like, no. So now he's suddenly like, oh, I can. He's got like a blue flame on his hand. He goes, I can feel the angel now. I can feel him inside me. He does it.
Like the priest from earlier.
And then he just touches Danny's face, and Danny comes back to life.
Yeah, so Danny's alive again.
Yeah.
And yeah, Danny comes back to life and he says, did we win? And Johnny says, I'm going to say yes. And then he goes all big-eyed, Nick Cage, he goes, hell yes!
Yeah.
And that's the end of the movie.
Well, there's a bit. There's a.
Oh, sorry,
My name is Johnny Blaze. He says like Forrest Gump for no reason.
The voiceover is so bad. My name is Johnny Blaze.
Well,
and
I'm the Ghost
I'm the
Rider.
Ghost Rider.
My mama says.
And it just ends.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, what did we think?
It's almost more of a mess than the first film.
It definitely is. I literally can't think of one thing I liked about this.
It is a mess. It's like the direction, the
Editing.
the
whole look of it.
everywhere. Yeah, I mean, we're filming in Eastern Europe because the prophecy doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't make any sense. That it's the only reason
budget.
it was filmed there is budget.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole look of it is there's two chunks where it looks like just like the palette, like the colours all kind of drained out.
Yeah.
At least in the first film, it was at points kind of fun.
Yeah.
Stupid but fun.
Yeah.
This is just stupid.
None of the characters are at all likable. There's no what's his name from the first film? Is
Donald Logue.
Donald Logue. Yeah.
No.
There's just nobody. Nobody's likable in this film.
No,
Even Danny to a point. You're just like,
just die.
yeah,
Just die.
just die. But yeah, and Cage is weird.
As-
And not good Cage weird either. Just
Weird. Yeah, and the whole like choppy editing.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't work
No,
at all. I don't like it.
no, I don't like
It's
it. at all.
like
It's just
this
a mess.
over stylized crap.
It feels
Doesn't
like,
even look good.
It feels like somebody's first attempt, like a student film or something.
A
like,
Michael
just-
Bay movie.
Yeah, like it's just awful, and it's nauseating. Like in places, it's
Yeah.
like proper. Yeah, zoom. Oh, yeah, no, I hate it.
Yeah, there's nothing I like about this film.
No, not at all.
As like I said, it actually makes me want to go and watch the first one.
Yeah,
It makes me long for the first one.
I mean, I don't like the first one, but
No.
I would watch that over this one.
Oh, any day.
Absolutely.
Kind of makes me think. I was watching. It's like, was the first one as bad as I thought it was? I mean, it's still bad, but
It's just like this was. I remember this coming out and as well because I was so disappointed with the first one when this was coming out and there was all the buzz around. It was like they're making up for the last film and it's
gonna be
It's
darker
going to be
and-
darker and more edgy and stuff like that. And then I watched it and I was like, no, how have you done it twice?
Christ. Yeah, terrible. We hate it.
Yes.
Some trivia for you. Couldn't even really find. Even the trivia for this film isn't that fucking interesting. Budget $57 million. It grossed 133. So it made money. Eva Mendes turned down the offer to reprise her role,
Okay.
as did Peter Fonda, allegedly after reading 5 pages of the script.
Not surprised.
What was it? About a page a minute?
Yeah.
5.
5 minutes to say no. I'm amazed he even read it.
True. It was not screened in advance for critics,
All right.
which is never a good sign.
No.
No. Nick Cage showed up on set one day. Right. One day, Nick Cage showed up on set in full-on Baron Samedi makeup, as in like,
Oh, Baron Samedi. Yeah. From Bond.
yeah,
Yeah.
which weirded everyone out and made people feel pretty like Nick. It's CGI.
Yeah.
He's like, but he wanted to physically kind of look like a skull anyway.
Right. He's such a fucking weirdo.
He didn't tell anyone he was doing this. Just show, hello. Okay, he's here.
Nick has snapped.
The two directors, haven't worked together since.
No. Oh, since this movie. I know
No.
they didn't work together, like, because they obviously did all the Crank films and that, and a couple of other things. Oh, right. So this broke them up.
It would appear so.
Hmm.
I mean, I can't imagine what they argued about. They're clearly both fucking childish.
Yeah.
Maybe they... Fuck knows.
Maybe there wasn't enough pissing scenes.
Yeah. I wanted more pissing fire scenes.
Yeah. We were going to have him shit fire as well. But you didn't want...
That's
it
why,
was too much.
Yeah, that's why I had him take all those laxatives in the first act. We were going to have a mammoth, like, fucking fireworks. Shit just launching out of him.
Burning buildings down and stuff in the background.
That's all the fucking trivia I found that was actually worth reading out. Comments! We asked people what they think of this movie. I got one reply.
I got 2.
Which, in a way, is kind of a good thing because it tells me that, in my sort of head, it tells me not many people have seen this, which is good.
Yes.
Or people just don't give a shit about us, don't care. My Little Slice of Hell Network. I thought it was a fast-paced, crazy movie. It's everything the first one isn't, which is a good thing. I half agree with that.
Is that My Little Slice of Hell Network?
Yeah.
Because he commented on mine as well.
Oh, doubling down on it.
Just said, I enjoyed its balls to the wall craziness. I disliked the first movie.
It's totally different to the first movie in that it ignores the first movie.
Yeah.
In every fucking sense. But I don't think it's better.
No. I don't at all. And I had Paul McHugh. That is by far one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Only reason it got made was because it had a Saudi backer who paid for it.
Oh,
Which it did, yeah. At the very beginning of the film, it comes up something to do with Dubai or something.
the Saudis.
Yes.
Those salt of the earth.
Movie moguls.
Yeah, movie moguls. Okay. I feel dirty. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. And we shall say goodnight. That was Ghostrider, the spirit of vengeance. Vengeance. Till later. Bye.
Ta-da.
Well, thank you all for coming here tonight and drinking all of my booze. No, really. Please leave. The party's over. Get out.